What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at 4 rookies my viewers and I are buying right now. We've also got an RPA numbered out of 49, and then after we get through all those rookies, we've got a LeBron James PSA 10 Pop 10 card in here. So make sure you stick around to see who all these guys are. But before we get into that, let's check out this fire background. In the middle, we've got our Steph Curry 2014 Select Die Cut Blue Prism. This is a short print card numbered out of 199. They were going for under 50 for a while, but I believe the most recent sale has just topped 100. So it was like 48, 49, and then 107. Try to find some comps and put them up here. Moving on to the left of Steph Curry, we have this beautiful LeBron James 2017 Optic Court Kings Lime Green numbered out of 149. Picked this one up, including the silver, for $52 last week. It's actually one of Cliff's pickups. Cliff lives in Australia. He sends his cards to me here. I consolidate them and send them to him in Australia. There's only one raw on eBay in the sold listings, and that was this one. And then there's also a PSA 9 sold for $49. And there's a PSA 10 listed out there for $700. So not a very common card, but such a beautiful card. Had to throw it in the background today. Over here to the right of Steph, we have our Luka Doncic. Won this one in a chase from Whale of a Pull on Instagram last year. It's a 2018 Prism-based Luka Doncic rookie card. The PSA 10 goes for around $1,000, and it's actually dropped from where it was a few months or even like 6 months to a year ago. So maybe this is the bottom. The raw one goes for around $350. I remember a time where it was up to $500. So maybe $350 is the bottom. Maybe it'll drop even lower. We will have to see. Some people are starting to call the Mavs a dark horse in the playoffs. I don't know about that. I live in Dallas. I've been watching them play. So a lot of things would have to change. They'd have to start playing a lot better for them to do anything in the playoffs this year. But the price seems to be stabilizing, so we'll have to see. On the right of Luka, we have our LeBron James 2003 Sky's the Limit Skybox limited edition rookie cards. The Fleer Skybox card. Got this one out of a pack a long time ago, well, in 2003, so almost 20 years ago. This card goes for between $200 and $250, and it was a lot higher, so it goes up and down. So if you can find, you kind of ride those waves and buy low, sell high, or send it in for grading. They're so old that it would be unlikely that you'd probably be able to buy it raw and send it in and get a 9 or a 10, so keep that in mind. Over here on the left, I love putting this card in the background because I think it looks so clean. This is a Kendrick Nunn Immaculate Remarkable card numbered out of 99, so rookie card as well. Really beautiful, thick card. Love the way this patch looks. It's also very inexpensive. You can get it for between $10 and $20. So with that fire background, before we get into these guys, I need to tell you about the sponsor of this video, Otis. So Otis is an amazing alternative investment app that makes it possible for almost anyone to invest in shares of rare trading cards and sports collectibles, as well as other cultural assets like sneaker grails, comics, and even art. It's basically like the stock market for culture. They even have over 100 rare items to choose from, and they add new assets every week. The drops that I've been watching really closely are the 2007 PSA 10 Kevin Durant Topps Chrome Refractor, which is numbered out of $14.99. It's up about 50% since it dropped, so I've been keeping an eye on that one. And also the 1996 PSA 10 Allen Iverson Topps Chrome Refractor. That one has a population of only 36, and it's up at an insane 89% right now at the time of recording. There's also the 2003 PSA 10 LeBron James Topps Chrome Refractor. That one has a population of 169, and that one is up 90% as well. And one of my favorite parts about the Otis app is their detailed market reports, and they have a lot of great information in them about each drop, so you can learn about the cards, you can learn about the market. It's extremely informative, even if you don't buy shares, to check out those market reports. And as a sign-up bonus, Otis gave me 1 share of that LeBron James Topps Chrome for free, and it's worth about $19. So at the time of I'm recording, it was $19, and I'm really happy about that one because it was totally unexpected. I could have gotten anything as my free share. So the fact that it was a sports card and it was LeBron, arguably one of the best LeBron refractors out there, I was really excited about that. So let me know what free share you guys get. All you have to do to get started is download the Otis app, sign up for free, follow the weekly drops. You can buy shares of the latest drops directly from Otis or buy shares from past drops from other Otis members. You can then earn a potential return by selling your shares to other Otis members, or if Otis sells the underlying asset for more than the price at which you bought the shares. So please, sign up for Otis with the link in my description and get your first share free when you fund your account. Terms apply. Now, let's get back to the video. Let's get into this guy. He's been sitting in the middle waiting patiently for me to finish that rant. Boom! Kevin Porter Jr. So this was a lot of 5 cards, 3 prism base, and 2 optic base that Save from Abu Dhabi picked up for $30. Right now, each of these prisms go for $10 each, so it was a great deal for him to get these when he did. I believe it was before, or I know it was before, he started playing lights out for the Rockets as of late. So I'll set some of these down and let's talk about Kevin Porter Jr. and who he is. So he was the 30th pick by the Bucks in 2019, and then he was traded to the Cavs, played 50 games for the Cavs, and then this year he was traded to the Rockets for a future second round pick. And on April 29th, which was just a couple of weeks ago, he dropped 9 threes, 50 points, 5 rebounds, and 11 assists. I think he also had a block, 5 turnovers, shot 16 for 26 from the field, 9 of 11 free throw. So an insane stat line, actually broke LeBron's record for being the youngest player to have a 50-10 game. And LeBron was 23 when he did that, and Kevin Porter Jr. was only 20 when he did that. I think it was 5 days before his 21st birthday. And it was also against the Bucks, the team that drafted him and then gave up on him pretty early. So but the Cavs had to move on from him because of a ton of off the court issues that led up to an altercation with the GM in the locker room, and I think it had something to do with the Cavs giving his locker to Taurean Prince, and the argument kept escalating, and it just got too much for them to handle. They couldn't deal with him, so they had to cut ties with him, even though he's an exceptional talent. I feel like he would have been a lottery level talent, if it wasn't for all these off the court issues. In USC in college, he was in 2019 he was suspended indefinitely for personal conduct issues. They never really said exactly what those were, but there's been several social media incidents. There's been a car accident where they found a weapon and a controlled substance. He was driving without a license. He was facing prison time, but then the charges were dropped, fortunately for him. There was something where he punched a woman in the face. His most recent fine was for $50,000 for violating the NBA's health and safety protocols. And then during that same incident, he got into a fight outside a club called Booby Trap. So I'll leave it at that. super risky off the court, but on the court, an exceptional talent. He could do amazing things if he can kind of clean up his act. Most of those things are allegations. I don't know exactly what went down, so don't want to speculate too much, but he does have a track record, so you do have to be careful when investing in somebody like that. But boom, Kevin Porter Jr. Let's move in to this guy. And this is a card I've been looking forward to for a while. Boom! Lamelo Ball! My first Lamelo pickups. I do have one Lamelo card that I got out of a pack, that pink Prism draft picks one. But these are 2020 Donruss rated rookies. Picked up 3 of these bad boys for $71. I'll put the price up there like I always do. I've been wanting to get my hands on some of these Lamelo cards, and these are affordable, I believe, for around $20 something each. I think they're a good deal. The Zion goes for around the same price. I think this design looks a lot better than the 2019 Donruss personally. It looks a little more modern than that old school look. But LaMelo had a crazy journey to get to the NBA. He was the 3rd pick by the Hornets in the 2020 draft, but he had his own shoe in high school, which called into question his eligibility to play in college. So his dad moved him to Lithuania at the age of 16, where he became the youngest American to play professional basketball. And he struggled for playing time over there. They called him lazy, they called him arrogant, they called him all sorts of stuff. So he then moved to Australia, where he went off for his Australian team. He was the lead, he did his thing, played his way. He was a highlight reel machine over there. He's back from his injury now. He's playing lights out this season. I think he's averaging something like 16 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 threes, and 2 steals at the time I'm recording this. I'm huge on LaMelo Ball. He's so much fun to watch. The way he sees the court is extremely rare and unique. And his talent, for being a rookie, I know he's played against professionals in Australia, but to be doing what he's doing against NBA level talent is just exceptional. And watching guys like him and Zion, the NBA is in good shape for the future. So boom, LaMelo Ball. And I have another one coming up right now. NBA Hoops, the classic rookie card. So these NBA Hoops cards are the first time that you see the rookies in their team jerseys. So that's why they're kind of popular. This card was only $15. I'll put the price up there like I always do, but $15 for a classic LaMelo Ball NBA Hoops rookie card. I think anything under $20 for these cards are pretty good. I have some more on the way. And, the Prism ones are just so expensive right now. I do believe they're overpriced when you look at other players who are better than LaMelo, and, their cards are not going for as much as LaMelo's. So I don't think, those Prisms are a good buy right now. But now that the Prisms are out, these have dropped significantly. So this one and this one are a great deal. And as the other ones drop, I'll be scooping them up as well. And the seller put some tape there. Guys, pro tip, not that I'm a pro or anything, but you should always use painter's tape because it's a lot easier to take off. And for this one, I'll probably have to cut it and take the card out very carefully as to not scratch the card on this tape. So try and do that. If you're selling cards, use painter's tape. Try not to use this kind of Scotch tape anywhere except on the outside of the packaging. So boom, LaMelo Ball. Let's get in to some more fire. And this guy is someone you've seen on the channel before, but it's a guy that when you see, you'll know how much I like this guy. Boom! A PSA 9 Sekou Doumbouya Prism Base 2019. So you guys know I don't pick up too many graded cards, but I'm starting to pick up more. And this card was only $14. I couldn't pass on it. I pick up raw cards for more than that. So when I saw this, I had to get it because I have high hopes for Sekou, even though he's been playing awful this season. I had really high hopes in the offseason. When I started this channel, I was picking up so much Sekou. I have a lot of him. I have a lot of these cards that I picked up for $5 raw. So I thought $14 PSA 9, why not? He was the 15th pick by the Pistons in 2019. He's finally getting some run now because some of the other guys are injured, but he showed a lot of promise last year. This year he's been a disaster, but up until recently, he has been playing really well recently. He's a very raw talent. His shooting averages are pretty low, but he sometimes gets really hot, and it looks like he's like the greatest shooter of all time. But those flashes are rare, and hopefully, it doesn't prevent him from working on his shot. Hopefully, he realizes that on average, he's not the best shooter, and he can work on it, even though he has had those explosions. But he's only playing because the other guys are sitting out, like Jeremy Grant. Hamidou Diallo was out the other day. I see a lot of potential in him, and his cards are dirt cheap. So that's my spiel on Sekou Doumbouya. Boom, Sekou. Picking up more graded cards. Let's get into this guy. I had to do it, guys. I had to pick up another one. So this was only $6, and I had picked one up for like $20 before, so I had to average down on this one. $6.50. Not a bad deal for a Sekou Doumbouya red, white, and blue 2019 Prism rookie card. These cards look so clean. I find that they're, on the kind of lower end of the parallels. They're not super popular. The reds, the greens, the blues, some of those numbered ones, the silver especially, they go for a lot more. This one stays, just slightly above the base normally, whether it's graded or raw. But I think it's a nice design. It matches the Pistons jersey really well. And Sekou's actually been playing pretty well recently. He had a 20.8 rebound game against the Hornets, and after that he followed it up with a 14.6 rebound game against Memphis, and he hasn't played yet at the time I'm recording this, so we'll have to see if he can keep that going, but it is because other guys are injured. So boom, Sekou Doumbouya. Let's move on to this guy. Ooh, this shines so nicely. Look at that shine. We had the John Morant last week in the background of these graffiti certified inserts. So this is a James Wiseman 2020 certified graffiti insert that Cliff picked up for $51. I'll put the price up there like I always do. They shine really nice. They're not super expensive, but they really, really look good. That John Morant, I think, looked better. I wasn't sure which one would look better, but I think for sure Ja looked better. We'll put them both in the background together in a future video, and we'll have to see. But James Wiseman, we talked about him last week, but he was the number 2 pick in the 2020 draft out of Memphis. Averaged 12.6 rebounds and a block this season, and then tore his meniscus in April, and he won't return until the Summer League. He compares himself and his game to Chris Bosh, and others have been calling him a generational type of player. He's been compared to Anthony Davis by NBA scouts. He's 7'1" with a 7'6" wingspan, and he's extremely agile for a big man. He's just as mobile as a typical small forward in today's NBA, and he's an absolute monster on defense. He can move with the smaller guys, but also guard the bigger guys down low. So James Wiseman, he really could be good, but he is a center, and centers can be risky to invest in because they're not as popular. So we'll just have to see, but these graffiti inserts are so sweet looking. I'll set that down right there, and let's get into this RPA. Ooh, mama, what you cooking? This is a James Wiseman 2020 immaculate silver RPA numbered out of 49. So for those of you that may not be familiar, an RPA is a rookie patch, which is usually a piece of the jersey, and an auto. So an autograph, a rookie card, and a jersey card. And this one is numbered out of 49. Such a beautiful looking card, a thick card, that's what she said. Really, really clean. These immaculate cards are such great quality. This one's an immaculate as well, and they're not like super, super high end. Of course, the RPAs are pretty expensive. Cliff paid $340 for this card, and that was before he got hurt. So I believe this card has dropped significantly since then. So you'll have to make sure, you're not overpaying for something like this, but just check the comps, check eBay sold listings and see what cards are going for. This one's numbered out of 49, so one may not have even been sold after Cliff picked up this one. Cliff lives in Australia. He sends his cards to me here. I consolidate them and send them to him to save on shipping. If you guys would like to do the same, hit me up on Instagram. This card is so fire. But let's get in to this low pop LeBron Braun. Boom! LeBron James! This is a first-year Lakers card. It's a 2018 Panini Court Kings LeBron James Jade Parallels. This is a PSA 10 that Cliff picked up for $178. Not a bad price considering he paid like $350 for this one. But LeBron is averaging something like 25 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. He's a bit banged up right now. I think it's his ankle right now. He's in and out of games. He's resting up. But hopefully he's healthy for the playoffs. Hopefully we see him go off in the playoffs. I'm really looking forward to see how the Lakers do this year. And this card looks so clean, guys. It looks really nice. Doesn't shine as nicely as that one. We had the hollow version of that in a slab, and that one shined really nice. You can see that on the thumbnail of that video. But boom, thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment down below, smash that like button. It really helps the video out. Subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.